Hi, this is Vinney Chopra. Thank you for again joining on my podcast, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. As you know, I wrote that book, which is a top seller in Amazon. Internationally also got a lot of acclaim, reviews and all. And this podcast is about syndication, about commercial investing. I like to bring great guests for you and dig into their story, their successes, and find out some nuggets from them so that you could really enjoy them and learn from them and then implement them. All right, guys, Vinney's back. Vinney Chopra. My gosh, I hope you like the content that we are bringing. My team is bringing out every day, in Instagram and Twitter and TikTok now. Of course, the LinkedIn and Facebook pages, closed and open groups, all those, and YouTube. Don't forget my YouTube, please. And the good part is, this is that Apartment Syndication Made Easy podcast, of course, which we started with a book that I wrote 3 years back, became international top seller, Amazon. So please get a book if you don't have one, or you could just go to apartmentsyndicationmadeeasy.com. apartmentsyndicationmadeeasy.com, and you get a free audio, digital copy and everything. Today, I am so excited to have a great friend. Stephen is in the house. Stephen Beaver, we met just recently in Orlando at a convention. And I just kept looking at Stephen. I said, look at this gentleman. He's got Hawaiian outfit, literally. And I said, boy, he must be having so much fun in life that in the business environment, he's wearing this Hawaiian, outfit. And I'm so glad to have you, Stephen. I think we're going to talk so much about today, what to do, how to build memories. I just read a book called Die with Zero. This is a new book somebody shared with me, and they talk about very similar concept, what you're talking about, Stephen, where, money is money. I mean, happiness and success, we were just talking, what comes first. And we're going to talk about all those and why you're smiling and I'm smiling a lot. We're going to talk about that, guys. This episode is for you. So be sure to really look at part one, part two, part three. We break them up many times. Not everybody can listen to all the 45 minutes. So come back and we'll have fun together. So let's do that. Right on. We're going to talk about building memories. See, that's what we talked about, right, Steve?
Yeah.
So tell us, brother, who you are and how you grew up and how you got into this special business. You have a TV show. You have so many great things. So I'm so excited to meet you again. Yes.
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Last time we talked, you actually broke through some barriers that I had. As a matter of fact, I was at a friend of mine, another mentor of mine, Craig Duswald. And I was talking about my program. I'm going but I was talking about my program, and I said, yeah, it works for anybody. And I started talking about you, and I go, well, he's a billionaire. And I went, whoa. Did you guys just see what I just about did? I almost put caps on myself because I was talking about doubling income, right? And I'm like, whoa. No, I could do that there too. So where did it come from? So you said which comes first, the chicken or the egg, happiness or success? Yes. And I don't care which one comes first. I know which one needs to come first. And it's happiness.
Yes.
It's always happiness. Look, money can buy you a lot of things. Maybe it can buy you happiness. I'm not going to argue even that. Okay. But I'm going to tell you, if you're happy before and you get money, you'll be happier. Right?
Yes.
Okay. There's different problems. Okay. Different problems. I mean, but you know what? Never looking on the right side of a menu. Kind of nice, right? Ordering off the menu. My kids, when they grew up, they always ate the same thing, mac and cheese or this one. And so I said, you know what? I said, no more. So you guys have to order something different every time we go. And they're like, and I'm like, whoa, I ain't done yet. I said, if you don't like it, you can order whatever you want afterwards. Did we pay double sometimes? Yeah. But guess what? The kids started changing and tasting new things, and they became, wow. And then they learned that they could order off the menu. Well, I don't like broccoli. Well, what do you like? I like peas. Well, order off them. Can you do that? Yeah. And the waitress said, no, this is only. And I said, yeah, you can do it. She said, no, we only do this. I said, look, you can do it. All you got to do is just charge us more.
Just charge a little more.
Right? just charge it. Do I look like I can't afford it? Okay. So, and I was nice. I wasn't mean, but I was like, and then started thinking, wow, we can do that. Yeah. You don't have to be the same old person. Right.
Totally.
But here's the thing. And this is kind of the fun stuff, but my mess is my message. I got that from Craig's wife, actually. Your mess is your message. And so let's go back to where I was before all of this. Right.
Please.
So at one point in time, I had the largest martial arts school in Oklahoma. We had 5,000 square feet. This is in the 80s and 90s. Okay. Wow. I was helping other businesses grow part-time. Mm-hmm. And then I had my insurance license.
I see.
So
hi, you are listening to Syndication Made Easy podcast. We will be right back after this short break.
Hi, thank you so much. This is Vinney Chopra, and thank you for subscribing to my podcast and YouTube channel and Facebook pages and all the great things, and LinkedIn. Connect with me. I come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific with Vinney and Bo show. Please also look at that. And also the podcast, which is my Apartment Syndication Made Easy. The book I wrote a couple of years back became international top seller on Amazon International now. And then we like to bring great guests for you every week or twice a week sometime to give you a lot of great knowledge. So please subscribe. You give us 5-star reviews on the iTunes. The better the guests we can, bring, and our ranking will go higher also. Thanks again for following us and really getting the most out of it. Please comment, like, share, because we would love to bring better and better material for you.
So I was the workaholic. And back in the 80s and 90s, that was a thing, work hard, work hard, work hard. It wasn't even work harder and smarter. We just work hard, And so, but here's the thing. We never did look at the right side of the menu, right? That was the good news. Yeah. The bad news is, because of that, I saw my kids in the morning when we went to school. Well, that's not quality time, mm-hmm. right? I saw my kids, on Saturday afternoons. If we weren't at a tournament, well, 2-time national champion, we were a tournament school. So I didn't see them on Saturday afternoons. Mm-hmm. I saw my kids on Sunday afternoons, and I always wondered why my wife had a better relationship with my kids than I did, right? Why do they always come and talk to her instead of me? Well, as a dad, I did a lot of things right, but I failed on that level, right? So I saw, one of my worst stories is I saw my oldest son's first T-ball practice. That was it. To this day, I don't know what position he played. I don't know if he hit a ball, threw anybody out. I don't even know if they had a winning or losing season, because I was doing it for the family, right? Yeah. Vinney, this TMV thing is personal. We only took 4 vacations in over 18 years.
Wow. I bet there's lots of people watching us and listening to us. Guys, please count how many vacations you've done. And, with the family, it's so small number. I know I am in that club, brother. I am in that club. I mean, we talk about success and happiness. I mean, we were happy when we didn't have much, but we are happier. Like you said, now we have more money and more affluency and, going to vacations and so on. No, I totally see your point. So How did you move then from the martial art into what you're doing now?
So that's the crazy thing. About almost 6 years ago, I decided I wanted to make a bigger impact. Steve Jobs calls it denting the universe. Mm-hmm. And I helped a lot of families when I was in the martial arts business. But it just wasn't enough for me. I wanted to help more. And so the helping other businesses grow was something that I've been doing forever now. And so I thought, you know what, I'll be a consultant.
Yep.
My strategist says I need to call myself a mentor now. But anyway, I am, I'm a learner. Number 2 on Clifton Strength Finder is learner. So the first thing I did is I went out and found one of the top business consultants in the US, and I paid for his stuff and I learned from him, right? Because I didn't know what I didn't know, right? Mm-hmm. And so if I'm going to do this full time, I want to make absolutely sure that I'm not missing anything.
Okay.
And then I found a person to help me with my school. because Jim Rohn says if you chase two rabbits, you catch none.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to make sure. So he had me work on my business, not in my business. And then I found somebody that teach me how to talk, because all I was just a guy was just out there talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right. So they coached me on how to coach. Right. And so within 2 years, I had my martial arts school completely done. I wrote checks and an hour a month spent on training my instructors.
Yes.
It was great because I could go into my school, and then I would sit in the back and I would say, "Hey, what do you think about this school, these instructors?" And they go, "Oh, Miss Natasha's this. Oh, Mr. Max is that." And then finally somebody turned around and they go, "Sifu, you're here." And they go, "I thought you said you were a coach." And I'm like, "Well, I am, but I own the school." So it was kind of fun to go in and not be known, right? So, but so then that happened, and then I just went full in. And my problem was, because I was always kids. That was my number one. Most of my students were kids, because I knew the younger I got, the more effective I could for change, right? And so what do I do? So I was like, okay, I can have this class where I'll have people come in for $500 and I'll give them a $250 discount if they bring their kids, because the kids need to be involved, right? And so, but then if I got a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old, how's that going to work? You can't keep that, And so then it dawned on me, my mess is my message. I didn't know that term then, but I figured it out. Where did I fail? Mm-hmm. Well, if I had spent more time with my family, maybe they would be even further along. I mean, they're all doing well right now. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean, right? Yep. And so that's when I started thinking about, taking more vacations. And that's how it slowly evolved. About 2.5, 3 years ago, it full blossomed. And I called my strategist, and I had practiced for 2 weeks this sales presentation, right? Because I didn't want to lose a sale. Yeah. So I called her, at 2 minutes into it, she goes, "Stephen, stop. Just tell me what you want to ask." And I'm like, I'm going to lose the sale. But, you pay these people. If I pay Vinney, should I not take your advice, right? Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm paying her. So if she says no, I gotta go with no, right? So I was like, look, my side of the closet's always been more expensive than my wife's side. I got the $300 ties, the thousands of dollars of suits and shoes to match, and I'm just tired of it. Mm-hmm. What do you think if I had Hawaiian shirts and shorts? And she goes, "Yes, that's it. That fits your TMV." And I'm like, all this time I've been fretting over it. And she's like, and so that's how. And so finally we honed in. My colors for over 30 years have been yellow with black, what I call the Best Buy colors, the most visible spectrum for advertising from the human eye. And so, and I was at a networking group, and the president was saying something, and I popped off at her, and she goes, "Yeah, Stephen, you and your yellow shirt can come too." And I'm like, I'm wearing my orange shirt.
I know.
So I call my strategist, and she goes, "Yeah, you branded yourself 30 years ago. Just go buy more yellow." And so then, as you saw, the outfit, 7 hangers. It's the same thing every day, right? That's how it all happened.
Awesome. So tell us, you did alluded to the fact that you're a mentor, and your journey is very similar to my journey. When I started, I'm an engineer. Many people know me, and I got into real estate, one house at a time kind of thing, all over the USA. But then I got into multifamily. But to learn multifamily, I didn't want to make the mistakes. I didn't want to take 15 years to learn it. And I paid good money to my mentor, a coach, who taught me within few weeks how to really go about investing in real estate and how to syndicate. That's the main thing. My main blood, my wealth actually has come from the sweat in raising money from the investors in a really nicely way, and then giving them returns, right? So syndication. So tell me more about your mentorship. You said that your job is to give more vacations to your clients. Tell me about it.
Yeah, when people ask me, my 30-second thing is, what do you do? And I go, "Oh, I solve the problem of you not taking enough vacations by putting you out of work."
Yeah.
And they go, "What?" And I'm like, "Okay, let me ask you a question. If you leave your business for a year and you come back and it's got a 20% increase in ROI, would you agree that you own a business?" And they all go, "Yeah." And I go, "You come back and it's got a 20% decrease in ROI. Would you agree that business owns you?" And they're like, "Yeah." I said, I help people own businesses. So then I say, McDonald's franchise is a perfect example.
Yeah.
There is no McDonald's franchise owner that flips burgers for a living. Right? They buy the franchise, they do the course, they hire the people, they're done. Even if the general manager quits, there's a process in there. And that's all I do is I have a process that helps put you out of work. Richard Branson has 400 companies, 400. You've got like 6 or 7 and more on the way, from 14, what I hear. 14. Yeah. Yeah. So, but you're not in there. If you were in there every day, it wouldn't be Smile Vinney. Right. And so, but that's the process that I take people through. And I specialize in realtors, but I've helped insurance. I've helped teachers, fitness people, attorneys, plumbers, electricians. But because the system, as you know, that's why you can do so many businesses. The system is a system, right? Yes. And whether you want that car to be red paint or leather or cloth, or you want rims or whatever, you can do it. But the system, the car is the car, right? And that's all it is. And that's all I do. To let you know, first they have to do a strategy session with me, because I guarantee that in 6 months I'll double your income. So to do that, I've got to make sure that you are first the person that's going to do what I say, and second of all, it's something that I can help, because even though it's a system, sometimes it's just not the right fit. You know what I mean?
Yes. What you just said is so right. I was listening to, of course, watching this too, 90 and 10 rule, right? The 10% is the outside that affects our side, but 90% is us. How we react to that 10% external force or whatever we could say, but 90%. And the same thing is mindset, So let's talk about that. I mean, you could be the best mentor and the teacher, but if the student is not ready,
the master will not appear.
It will not appear. Literally.
Yeah. That's an old Kung Fu student. When the student is ready, the master will appear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Teacher appears. So why do you think, Stephen, why people know what to do, but they don't do it?
Well, that's a pretty simple answer, actually, and it's genetics. 20,000 years ago, if you were the tribal leader and I upset you, you would kick me out of the tribe. And 20,000 years ago, that was certain death. So not very many people wanted to go against that. So you'd say you want to be even with the herd. No, you don't want to stand out. So you want to be a little bit lower. Now, if I saw a bush shake and I thought, I'm going to go over there and see if that's food, and a tiger came out and ate me, I didn't reproduce. But if the other people said, hey, let's just wait and watch, they did reproduce. So it's really genetics. It's just how we're built. The brain is built for survival. There is no sunset that ever killed anyone. All right. But our brain is always looking for the tigers. Right. That's why everybody hates no. Right. It's so funny because nowadays no isn't like a tiger jumping out at you. Like, oh no, it is literally you get a no and but that brain says, oh, danger. We don't want it. We don't want that. And so people have been conditioned, and not just genetically, but no, for example, you'll hear no 5,000 times before you're 4 years old. Think about it. You say no to your child. No. Right. So that no, but here's the thing, as you well know, the more no's we get, the closer we get to yeses.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But the brain is lazy. It's only designed to do one thing, and that's to survive. And so it's learned to walk the most economical way. It's learned to breathe. Everything is about conserving energy. And to change, that means the brain has to use more energy, which it doesn't want to do. So 95% of your brain power is all on just the habits. And see, it doesn't care if they're good habits or bad habits. Yeah. As long as it doesn't have to change, then it's fine. And because most people, school systems were designed 200 years ago to build factory workers. That's why all the desks were in a row. That's why most of the answers were yes and no, because there's only one way to screw in the plug or whatever, right? And so, but the greatest asset. Well, Rockefeller said it. He said, "Take away my money, take away my business, leave me my people with great interpersonal skills, and I'll beat you every time."
Mhm.
And, interpersonal skills working together is frowned on at the school. That's called cheating. But as you know, that's called teamwork in the real world. So that's in my opinion, that's why people, and it's hard because we wanted that herd mentality, and the herd mentality is down here. As a matter of fact, Vinney, I'll just tell you this: you're weird.